Hello everyone. So Devin and I are going to be going to Emo Prom this Saturday, or last Saturday technically, if you're watching this when it's uploaded. I'm going to be dressed like Brendon Urie from But It's Better If You Do, and Devin, what did you say you were?
Gerard Way and Helena by MCR. So,
partially it's because these are easy, partially because I'm in love with the mask that he's wearing in the video. So you can purchase, apparently, the actual, like, mask, I think I found online, but it's like $2,000 because it's the actual mask. But anyway, so I thought I'd make a tutorial of how to make your own. You will need some ingredients. First, you will need some sort of Venetian-style mask. I'm going to be removing these points, but this one comes down a lot lower instead of the very, very thin ones that you might see around Mardi Gras. This is more like a men's style. Doesn't really matter as long as it's a good shape. We're going to be destroying it anyway. A very low temperature glue gun, so that way we can make the 3D little swirlies. Some paintbrushes. Some kind of distressed sheet music that you can find this at Michael's or Joann, and they're like stationery sort of stuff. You'll also need some Mod Podge, some sort of gold paint, maybe some rub and buff, and some sort of sanding thing, and scissors. Ask an adult for help. So first we begin by destroying this. So I didn't get all the glitter off, but it's pretty smooth. And honestly, you're not going to be able to see any of this under the paint, or the Mod Podge, or the swirlies that we're gonna do, so. Smooth. It's been like sanded. I had to use an X-Acto knife to pick off some of the glues and stuff, and to carve it and stuff like that. Ask an adult for help. The next step that we're going to do is we're going to put on some music stuff. Have this, you're going to cut out some in the shape, and we're going to apply it with Mod Podge. So you put a layer down, put this down, put a layer on, let it dry, put a layer on, let it dry. Apparently you're supposed to do multiple coats of Mod Podge, and no one told me until like a month ago. Anyway. on the second coat. I'm going to let it dry, and what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to cut off all of this and what's in the eyes. So the eyes you can do like using an X-Acto knife, or you know, you can also use scissors if you're a basic bitch. Anyway. I'm gonna wait for it to cure completely because it'll be easier when it's hard. Now you're not gonna be able to see the mask through the paint down here, but it will be here. So if this gets messed up a little bit like I just did, it doesn't matter as much. So the next thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take and kind of pin the parts that are still a little sticky up that are on the edges, pin them down with some more Mod Podge. Kind of put some along the edge of the mask, and then press it over. Might need to use your hand a little. Just put some on the inside rims of the eyes. Mwahaha. Now this is going to need to dry for quite a while before you go on to the next step, so try this overnight. Welcome, I'm back. I got a haircut. This is a couple days later, so all of this is very nice and dry. I'm very pleased with it. So what I've decided to do is to do this on the cardboard area and then mix these to make it ever so slightly shinier on the detailing that I'll do tomorrow. So, I'm going to begin by drawing this. So, excuse me, the gold goes from the tip all the way under the eyes, down the nose about halfway up over to here, and then a thin line all across that also like goes down a little bit there to like your third eye. Now we paint. Rub Buff is expensive, so let's use this fucking wisely. I'm also going to want to get inside the bottom of the eye socket hole because that is white underneath my mask. Might not be on yours. I should stop resting this on my scrub pants. Shouldn't I? So here, to better explain the nose. So you're going to take it from the eye socket end and go kind of down towards the middle, towards the nose, so that way you have the little triangle of the music paper there where we're going to put some swirlies tomorrow. If you look up, but it's better if you do mask on Google image search, scroll down and you'll find some ones that are just, you know, on their own at different angles. I'm using those to look at it. Jesus. Did I say if it's better if you don't, or if it's better than we do? Anyway, the title of the song, but it's better if you do. Woo! Also, yes, the sheet music in Brendon Urie's mask appears to be a lot wider than mine. But you know what? The craft store can only do so much magic stuff for you, so... Okay, so I've got all that bottom done, and I'm going to do like kind of a brush thick around here, and then the little dip. Don't forget to get the sides and the top part, so that way it's more homogeneous and doesn't look like it's made out of a mask that you broke. By the way, you don't have to use a mask that you break. You can also use like a foam mask from Michaels. I just wanted something sturdier, personally. Ta-da! All around. And then going to go down until We don't have to go that far down. We're going to go down until almost the glabella. And that's a very quick triangle. Yeah. It's not... Well, I'll fill it in. We'll see. So most of that decoration is going to be of the hot glue. So, yeah. There you can see. So now we let this set until tomorrow morning. See ya. Hello and good morning. Today is Emo Prom, so I'm going to be finishing this up. We're pulling out a very low temp glue gun. Purchased this for like $7. I should not do this on my comfort bed. I got a notebook. I haven't had any food, coffee, anything like that. So, we begin by plugging this in somewhere. It is heated up and it works exactly like how I want it to. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I haven't failed yet. So what I am going to do is, I unfortunately have to freehand this. I'm looking at the picture. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the picture. I'm going to start by putting some main dots along the center where where it is on the glabella. And then the two on the bridge of the nose, like where you'd put a rhino piercing. That apparently makes sense to me. And then down at the very bottom of where we put this triangle last night. The strings are still going to be a problem, but those can easily be taken off after it's begun to cool. You can kind of maneuver it with your hands for a little. It's not hot, so you can kind of maneuver it with your hands for a little bit. That one's a little far up, so I'm going to pick it off just very gently. It does pull up the paint, so be careful, but we'll just put down more paint later. It takes some practice to handle a hot glue gun. If you don't like something, peel it off. It shouldn't harm the Mod Podge. This is why we have to cure for a while. But the paint, it will pick up, so but that's okay. We'll just put more down when we paint the swirlies. So here are some tips for getting shapes. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put dots, hold, and then let them be for a bit. Don't try to glue and glue, because it'll just be dragged everywhere. Also, for making the teardrop shapes, like did on this side, what you can do, let me just, okay, what you can do, sorry, this one's needed, is you can start doing a dot, and then pull by pressing down and rubbing it off, so it makes the teardrop shape. That way you can make better shapes. And you can also always pick it off and go over it again to make things more round or 3D, all of that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna continue. It doesn't look terrible, necessarily. I mean, it looks terrible because it's glue. But I mean, this'll look kinda vine-like. That looks masquerade. I've got a moustache now. I should unplug this glue gun and go have coffee, shouldn't I? I'll be back. So this is what we got. Eventually, when I got to the bottom, I just started freehanding some design. I am going to let this dry as I go shower. Then I'm going to paint over these. Well, I'm going to remove all the tiny little threads, and I'm going to paint over it. And then we be Gucci. Am I cool enough to say Gucci? Tell me in the comments below. So we mix a bit of the Rub and Buff with just a little bit of the light gold. So we've got antique gold and light gold. Gonna mix it, make it, oopsie, sorry for my hand. Mix it and make it shiny, shiny. You can add a little bit more gold. And we gently paint it everywhere. And where some of the Rub and Buff peeled off, I gotta just put that on there. We leave it to dry until tonight. Yay. I'll be back when it's finished. I believe this has been successful. There, you can see the shiny now. We're ready to go to Emo Prom. Our lift will be here soon. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Bye, Devin. How was Emo Prom?
Fucking awesome.
How is it compared to Goth Prom?
I liked it better.
It was a lot smaller.
It was a lot smaller, and there was a live band.
Live
and
band.
I really liked that.
Instead of it being, I'm having an asthma. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit drunk right now, so my arm is probably shaking. Instead of it being, I'm having an asthma attack on the smog. It's like, we'll go unless this next song is amazing, and we'll dance to it. Listens for 5 seconds. Oh, it's The Cure. We've got to dance. I'm like, a trad goth much, you fucking bitch.
It was a good Cure song. Well, most of their songs are good, but anyway, yeah, it was a live band, and we could move away from the smoke if we wanted to, which we did at one point. And they're really good.
Asthmatics be like.
Yeah. The lead singer was hot, and he took his shirt off, so that was a plus.
It's actually someone had nonsense before you were born.
Anyway. It was really
At my
awesome.
mom's house.
Thank you very much to Devin's mom, Amy, for letting us stay the night so I don't have to spend so much on the lift to get home. This is like the most inebriated I've been because I drank 3 drinks within 2 hours.
You had...
And all of them weren't like malted drinks.
You
I
had
did
tequila sunrise, a Jolly
Rancher, and then about like half an hour later I had a Angry Orchard. What did you have?
I had a vodka sunrise and an Angry Orchard, and that was it. So I'm like not drunk at all really anymore.
I just drank really fast tonight. I normally, if I do drink, it's...
You're a lightweight.
Alcohol,
Just
water,
say you're a
alcohol,
lightweight.
Water. Fuck you. My physical balance is off. I remember everything, and I'm probably going to remember everything tomorrow. But
yeah. Getting blackout drunk requires a lot more alcohol than even I've ever drank.
Yeah. I also didn't want to get acid reflux here.
Yeah. And you work in like...
Thanks, Parrot. Also, I can't afford to be hungover tomorrow.
Yeah, you work in like 8 hours.
Yeah, I have to be at the office in Eden Prairie at like 8:20 so that way I can get everything started and get myself some breakfast there because I brought breakfast, like toaster waffles to put in our freezer. But anyway, thank you so much for like finding this, Dev, and inviting me.
I like to find weird shit and drag you along.
Aw, it's gay. I'm finally at a place where I can go to these things, like multiple places in 1 week and go like out into the nightlife without having a complete panic attack. I'm also old enough to drink, so we can like do that instead of doing like the Klonopin.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly if you're of age. Don't drink and drive.
Drink extra responsibly if you're not of age. Well, they're gonna do it anyway.
Okay, yeah, that's... Anyway, and I finally used my Lyft account twice. It was very, very good. If you want to see the time that I was stupid and drank and drive because I didn't realize how out of it I was, you can click over either here or here. I'm not sure how the video is going to mirror.
Was that my last birthday?
Yep. Devin's mom got him a present of absinthe to be a goth bitch.
I was turning 21 and I wanted to try absinthe really bad, and it was disgusting, by the way.
I'm going to purchase some non-anise absinthe so it doesn't have the licorice taste. But if you were to drink it like the normal way that you drink absinthe, where you pour it over the sugar cube and blah 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 and it changes color, that won't happen, but it won't taste like bloody fucking black licorice. I'm so sad that there are parts of my family where they like that. Anyway, totally check that out. Be mad at me like everyone was at that time.
It's been a year. We forgive you.
It's been a year. You're almost 22.
Almost 22.
Your mom's very
5
sad
days.
at that. She told me. But anyway, thanks so much for watching this tutorial. I hope that helped you somewhat. These tutorials are trial and error for me. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I've got an idea, and if something doesn't work, I cut it out.
I think it looked great.
Yeah, it did. I wore it mostly on top of my head just because it got in the way of like my
Everything.
drink and my face and like moving my face to sing eventually when my vocal dysphoria like stopped.
I had to keep telling him, like, nobody's gonna hear you, just fucking shout. You don't even have to, like, sing. Just shout the words, you know?
I haven't
and nobody will hear
sung
you.
in just, like, a long time because of stupid vocal dysphoria. Like, even in the car by myself.
Yeah.
But then, dirty little secret, and then, the most fun a girl can have...
Lying is the most fun a girl can have without taking her clothes
off came on, and I just, like, screamed.
Yeah, I screamed to very many songs, and my throat is going to hurt very much in the morning.
I have to be the supervisor tomorrow. I have to talk to people. And then also, of course, thanks for the memories we screamed.
Yes.
And if you don't check out my Twitter, you should. The lead singer, when they were playing I Write Sins, Not Tragedies, he pointed the mic like you do for when it was the groom's bride is a whore, and then he turns it back. The groom's
bride is a
whore, and then he turns it back. You said not me. He was great. Did you get like the name of the band?
Well, the band was Taking Back Emo. What's the name of the band?
That's the name of the band. I thought that was the name of the event.
No, the event was Myspace Emo Prom or something. But the band is Taking Back Emo.
So check out Taking Back Emo. They were really good.
The lead singer's really hot, especially with his shirt off. Sorry.
He took off his shirt, and Devin just goes towards me like, oh my god, I'm so gay. I'm like, yes, I know. Oh my god. This is like the early days when I did stuff with Kate back on the old channel, but now I'm of age and able to be drunk, and Devin's here. Kate lives so far away. I have to pay fucking tolls to see my best friend. I'm not okay with that.
I think you're getting a little off topic here, buddy.
I am angry at that. I'm angry at that. I'm angry at the fucking dog, but Anyway. So, I'm hoping to not be hungover tomorrow. I normally have 1 or 2 drinks, not 3. And if they are going to be drinks, they're all going to be like a malted drink, not with, tequila or vodka. So we'll see. I don't take any sort of pain medication. I do not, just reasons. So, we'll see.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
You drink a lot of water.
I am hydrate. Oh, jeez. So, thank you very much for watching. If you want to have some goth emo times again, let me know and I can wrangle Devin into some more stuff. If you'd
will be very easily wrangled.
Yeah. You're a sub.
That wasn't what I meant, but okay.
Anyway, thanks so much guys for watching. That's all I've got for you guys today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm so tired.